another beer and music video, maybe without vinyl blind date today, because yeah, you know that I show off what I got since the last video, and that's so much. I think we even can't go through all this. This will be a challenge even, so I guess this is all the blind date anyway here. And yeah, regarding the beer, I have a little one for you today. Pro-Ject. I have no clue what it is. Pro-Ject beer must be for sure from the language. It's Eastern Europe, and yeah, it's 2 liter. I don't know wherever you come from. How it is if it's a gallon already. I don't think so, but a lot. So let's try. It smells like beer, not too bad. So let's put it in here. This looks okay. The good thing is that I can close it again, so it stays fresh. The Pro-Ject. Okay, let's try. Okay. Oh. It is beer, yeah. Okay, let's talk about that later. Yeah. So I start immediately here. You see all that? We won't get through all that, I guess. I start with the little ones. Yeah, this fits to Eastern stuff. Yeah, that's from the German Democratic Republic from '84, the DDR, when there still was the wall. This is from the other side of the wall, from my point of view. And yeah, it's a Deep Purple 4-track with Fireball, Space Trucking, Strange Kind of Woman, and Black Knight. It's a weird combination. But I like the fact that there is no smoke on the water on that. Yeah, and it's Amiga Quartet, so I guess that was a series from this DDR record company. Yeah, pretty cool thing. Yeah, I bought that 7-inch. I bought the album. It's Lilac Angels from Germany. Never heard of these guys. It's late 70s. And on Harvest, which sometimes was a more progressive label. I checked that 7-inch and it was at least rocking really hard. No, for the late 70s, Rock and Roll Lady. I haven't checked the album, but we will see the album later. This rocks like a motherfucker, like we say here in Rheinhessen. The Rattles. You know this goddamn boring beat group from the mid to late 60s. And then they had this singer called Edna, and they make The Witch. Can't you see the witch? And this is amazing. And yeah, they had a second album with Edna, and that's to be honest, too expensive right now for me. But I got a single with 2 really heavy songs. Devils on the Loose. I knew that before, and I know you don't know. And yeah, this is really heavy. I think it's even proto metal. And yeah, they always had an orchestra, like on this song, The Witch, playing onto that. Boom, boom, boom. So that's really cool. Yeah, AOR, New Wave of British Heavy Metal, Bronze. It was cheap, I think 1 or 2 euros, where I bought that on Discogs. It has a sticker from Reddington Rare Records. And this alone is so cool, more cool than the music on this single. I haven't checked it out, but I'm pretty sure it's just an item for my 7-inch collection, New Wave of British Heavy Metal. It might be different with the Petars. That was really an underground band from the 60s, early 70s here in Germany. Later on, I think they even ran this festival, Burg Herzberg, which is a big hippie, progressive, whatever festival these days. Yeah, the Petars, and yeah, I haven't checked out this single here, but I'm pretty sure I will love it. Yeah, Spider, another new wave of British heavy metal band, on tour with Gillan. I don't think so. No, it happened. It's pretty huge amount of dates they made with this guy. Yeah, the usual 2 songs, And yeah, RCA record, so this was majorly. Yeah, I have this one on 12 inch, I wanted to have it on 7 inch too. Take on the World, Judas Priest, the Starbreaker live from the Agora Ballroom on the B-side. I will prefer the 12 inch of that, but yeah, it's cool to have the 7 inch. It was not really expensive. Then I bought 2 times the same thing, but as a picture and as a regular 7 inch Rage. And yeah, I think these guys were Nuts before. That's funny for you, I know, but the band name was Nuts. I need to check that out. But when I listened, I read Bootlickers, I thought about Metal for Mothers, and there was a band called Nuts, and I think these are these guys, because it is Bootlickers live in Paris, the A-side, and I haven't checked it out, but I'm really hoping that it's that song, because I really love it. Yeah, this is just a flexi disc from Rock Power magazine with Slayer, LA Guns, and some other stuff that was cheap. This is more cool for me, maybe not for you, but I love it. It's Fire from the new wave of British heavy metal band More, yet with Paul Moriarty on vocals. And this is a promotion 7 inch with Fire in a mono version, and I don't know why in the early 80s. And yeah, the regular stereo version on Atlantic Records. I guess it was for radio stations, but were there radio stations in mono at that time? Yeah, then we have Grand Prix, even more AOR. Even they belong kind of to the new wave of British heavy metal. Yeah, 2 times Status Quo. I hope I don't have them already, but I needed to get them, especially this live here with yeah, Roll Over, Lay Down, and Gwendolula. I never can it. And of course, Junior's Wailing. Yeah, and Rockers Rolling from the one of my favorite tracks from Rocking All Over the World, an album I really love. Some might hate it, but I love it. And yeah, Hold You Back, Hold You Back, Hold You Back, Hold You Down on the B-side. So yeah, Status Quo always killed between Pile Driver and Just Supposing, I would say, and then again on Heavy Traffic. So let me check if the camera is still rolling. Camera is still rolling. So we have the 7 inches and it's already 8 minutes. God damn. Yeah, I have already made an unboxing video for Requiem, the reissue of this 1980 progressive proto-metal gem from Gamma Records, now on Golden Core. I put a lot of work into that, so you have to buy it. It's really cool. Yeah, and then I did another video for the James and Raid High Roller LP Ride Astronomy. Yeah, I have 3 colors here. This is opened, it's the black colored, and the others I will keep them closed. And there's a lot of stuff in it, 7 inch single, something to read. Yeah, a poster, no, not a poster, but yeah, another 4-page booklet. So, and the CD is out there too. So you need that. I haven't checked this out. This is a Porcupine Tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What? Yeah, 11 CD box set that I need to check out to make a video for Rock Schuppen. So now, and the Requiem CD we have here. Okay, it goes on. It goes on here. I haven't even checked if I have it already, but I think I have Framed, but not the live album from the Alex Harvey Band. And it opens up with my favorite track. I know it's an old hat for you who are older than me, Faith Healer, but I still love that song. Maybe that's why I love all those straight shooters so much. No, it's really great to have that, and yeah, it's a really good shape. So I love it. Eulenspiegel, yeah, after working so much with Gamma Record stuff in the last months, I wanted to have the original, and here are the 2 guys. Peter Garetoni and Günter Marek, Gamma. Before they were with Gamma, with their own band Eulenspiegel. And goddamn, why, I always thought this would be a folk band because of the name and the German language, so I thought it must be some folk with political lyrics from the 70s. And you know, it's goddamn rock music. It's really hard rocky in there. And I'm thinking of maybe doing more with that than just having it now. Stay tuned. One of my favorite US metal albums is Christian. Yeah, it's I could make an own video about Bloodgood now, because I met these guys when this album was released, because in my hometown, Frankenthal, there was a little office of that label Frontline Records. There was a guy called Joshua running it. Not the musician, a German guy called Joshua, or it was his nickname. And for some reason I was there when the band was there, and I was spending a day with these guys. And I was a teenager, I was playing in the band Some Darkness back then. And it was hard to tell them that we have a song called Satanic Butcher. But yeah, it was a language barrier, of course. It was hard for me to talk to them. But we went shopping and all that. It was insane for me. And I was happy that I didn't know them at that point, so I was not a fanboy or so. But Joshua gave me the first album and this, and I didn't own them anymore, only on CD, so I bought Detonation, which is a real killer. I don't need that hit single, The Messiah, too much. And there's another two songs that are only okay, but the rest is ripping. And the drummer on this album is absolutely insane. And Battle of the Flesh, you listen to that song and you will love that album. No matter if the lyrics are Christian, I'm a more or less atheist, and I enjoy Venom and all that stuff, and I enjoy Christian lyrics. I don't care. Okay, that's a complete different thing here. Late 70s, Jeff Harrison Band. Yeah, and this was also a reason, because I'm right now working on the reissue of the Mannheim-based band Poker and their album Redneck Roller from 1981. Yeah, and the guitar player and the drummer, they are on that album here. And yeah, it sounds like a little bit like Rod Stewart, but the heavier stuff, like on the album Footloose and Fancy Free. It's well produced, it's well written. I have only listened to the A-side so far, but I really loved it. And it's on Jupiter Records, which is weird. That's this guy, Siegel, who I think it's the label of this guy. He did that song Ein bisschen Frieden for the European Song Contest. Ein bisschen Frieden. Oh, that's pretty weird here. Then I got this here, Swedish metal with the bands Universe, Mother Lode, Spellbound, and Shred. Have no clue about this one. It's I think 84 or 86. I don't have my reading glasses with me here today, so I'm really sorry. I can only brighten it up with a torch, but this makes no sense now. No, but yeah, I think it's 84, and yeah, Swedish metal looks pretty cool. Haven't checked it out. My favorite, the Police album. I wanted to have it on vinyl, and it was kind of cheap because of this price sticker that was left something on this cover. So this is the inner sleeve, and yeah, the vinyl looks absolutely top. I haven't listened to it. I listened to that album for years now because it's one of my favorite drum sounds ever. On this album, Ghost in the Machine from the Police, and yeah, Spirits in the Material World is such a great song alone, worth its money. And of course, yes, I had this album as a kid, but I don't know where it went, so I needed to buy it again. Same with that Manowar 12-inch Defender. The only good and the only original version of the song Defender. And it's in pretty good shape. I paid too much for just the 12-inch, but goddamn, I really wanted to have it after it got lost in the late 80s somewhere. And yeah, I already transferred that song to my computer because it's not even on a reissue. And later, the Fighting the World version is already with not so real drums, and yeah, it's more polished. This is the original version, and I haven't found a CD with that song, so I bought this. Here we have the Rattles again, this time with the Witch, and I would say 50% of this album with this female singer Edna. You can see these guys here and her, of course. Is heavy for its time. It's early 70s. Yeah, on Philips Records. Somebody wrote something on that, but I don't care. It's just a plain white sleeve. So yeah, but this photo looks cool. And I listened to that album, to this vinyl here, and it's in brilliant shape. And I was wondering that the price was still kind of okay. It was someone who uploaded it on Discogs, yeah, 1 or 2 hours before I found it. And I guess otherwise it would have been gone for this price already. So yeah, I needed that and I'm happy. Same with this, I have a later version of this Hero album from Judas Priest, but yeah, I wanted to have it with this original cover. I think I have a cover from Koch Records America or something. So this needed to be here. It combines the Gull Records years from Judas Priest, except of I think one song. This was cheap, but fun, and I can't wait to listen to it. Yeah, it's a typical Castle Communication, Castle Killers, it's the label here, with Twisted Sister Destroyer, Black Sabbath, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, Judas Priest, Rock-a-Roller. Yes, yeah. They did that for me here. Boogie from UFO before Michael Schenker. Hair of the Dog Netherest, great. Fast as a Shark, except Quartz stoking up the fires of hell. Yeah, what else do you need? Yeah, Diamond Head is on there with Out of Phase. I can't remember this one right now. Tigers of Pantang, Rendezvous, can't remember this one too. But I'm wondering, and I will check that out later, Sledgehammer with Lepers Queue. I don't know, remember a song called In the Queue, Queue or Q or whatever, but not that. I think it's that song and they misspelled it here. Or they misspelled it even on the Mausoleum double LP that I have. Yeah, here's Lilac Angels, the album on that doesn't look like Harvest Records because the band is on that and this looks completely unplayed. Someone bought it and never listened to it, I guess. Or maybe once and didn't like it. I listened to the single, which was Rock and Roll Lady. This was already pretty rough. So I hope the rest of the album is like that too. I haven't heard it yet. Okay, I wrote a review about this fourth and last Steamhammer album for Breakout Magazine. This is a new vinyl on Repertoire Records, mastered at Abbey Road Studio. So you know what this means. Perfection. But yeah, this album is not easy to consume. It's just 3 tracks. The A-side is one long track with some avant-garde stuff. Yeah, the first song on the B-side is more or less the only kind of regular rock song, because song number 3 is a drum solo with some fusion jazz around it. Same here. This is a new album from, not a new album from Blitzkrieg, but it's a Time of Changes from Blitzkrieg by High Roller Records that I got for a review in Breakout Magazine, and you can't believe what's in here. It's like James and Raid. We have this here, printed stuff for you to read liner notes. Then we have the album itself. Looks a little like Need Records, of course. I have an interesting color. So then we have, I don't put that out, but it's a poster of the cover. And now my favorite, Boner Alert. A 10-inch version of the original Blitzkrieg 7-inch single. And they added Inferno to it. And it looks so good, and it sounds so good. I checked it out. Yeah, you need to love that. And yeah, there's also, in here is even, you can, oh, that's not good for the video. It worked. Yeah, even here there is another inlay, so a printed inlay, if you look from this side. Unbelievable. That's High Roller Records. When you think they already are a great label, they will show you they can do it even better. It's unbelievable. And I'm not paid to say that. Okay, okay, I leave it like that for now. And then we still have here this booklet. with the whole family tree, you call that. I think it stopped in 85, but it's already impressive. And yeah, liner notes and more and more and more. And I think I need to start another file here on my camera because there's still stuff. Yeah, and this album, 1, 2, 3. And this album, I bought that because I had to write a review about a CD box set from the Edgar Broughton band, but not the early stuff, Out Demons Out, later stuff, so mid-70s to the 80s. And yeah, I really enjoyed that album, and I love that cover by Hypnosis. The guys look even mean here. It's 2 Broughtons in that, the 2 brothers. And yeah, this is a weird, rocking album, but you need to listen to it. It was even hard for me to explain that in German when writing the review, when I was talking about this album called Parlez-vous English. And it was not the Edgar Broughton band here, it was the Broughtons. Check it out, it's interesting. I got that from Six. It's nothing old. They made this vinyl some years back. History of NDW, Neue Deutsche Welle. And yeah, it's with Ideal and with Die Radierer, these guys, Andreas Dorau and the Marinas, and so on. Joachim Witt. There's a lot of strange stuff on that, and I guess that's why people buy that album. They love to buy it too, because it's not just the big names. There are millions of €2 NDW compilations from the 80s you can buy, €1 or €2. But yeah, there's rare stuff on that. Pyrolator. Never heard of these guys. That's why I wanted to have it. They were nice enough to send it to me for free. They won't do that for you because I work for them. Yeah, then I have a still sealed. I will open it. TKO 45 with I Wanna Fight and I Can Do Without You. Isn't that weird? And once it was 99 cents. It was a little more now, but still not really expensive. But yeah, I told you, I'm looking for something special and I'm willing to pay a price for that. And once I'm there and I see that I have to pay between 5 or 8 euros for the shipment, for the shipping, then I check out what else does this guy have, and then I'm buying some of the 7 inches you see for €2 or €3 because it's not really adding much money that I spent on top, and it feels better to pay so much for the shipping. Yeah, here's a Mournblade. Yeah, it looks like an EP. For some reason, I haven't seen that before. I thought it would be a new one first because this cover reminds me of a reissue of something. But no, I have an album from these guys and I have I think two CDs. Of course, it's new wave of British heavy metal and these guys are great. But I need to check out this still. This came in yesterday, 2 days ago. Yeah. Same with that. I thought it's impossible that I still don't have all the Samson stuff. But here's another 12-inch single. Of course, Polydor Records. The Fight Goes On, Riding with the Angels, and Vice Versa Live. And of course, this is with good old Nicky Moore here. Yeah. Samson. I was really happy getting this one, and I was surprised that it's not more expensive because the vinyl itself looks nearly mint here. Fort Knox. There was a reissue of that album 2 or 3 years ago on Rock Candy on CD, and yeah, usually it's too much AOR they do, so but this cover for some reason I thought this looks really cool, and then I saw Chris Tsangaridis was producing that album, so I gave it a try. I immediately bought that CD, and now I found that album, and yeah, I'm happy that I have it. I think it will have a special feeling listening to that later on vinyl now. Yeah, this is AOR German-American mix, I think, regarding the members of this band on Gamma. So distributor is Corona. I think they would change their name, right? No, the label is Camel, of course. Gamma Record. Yeah, it's not really my type of music, but I have the other album of these guys, so I needed that too. And I found a great song for the double CD that I made for Golden Core, the best and the rare of Gamma Records. It was released last fall. There was a song of Sargent on it, and yeah, maybe I will find some more that I love. Yeah, then I bought this Graham Bonnet album, which I have on CD, of course. I was reminded because of another review for a Breakout magazine, a box set from Cherry Red with all the solo albums under the name Graham Bonnet. And this was one of them, and this was, it remains the best solo album for me, for my personal taste. With Cozy Powell on drums and so many guest stars. Status Quo guys, and you won't believe it. The song Night Games in the beginning is so great. You will love it. It's if you're into later, the more commercial sounding Rainbow with him or Jolene Turner, this might be an album that you not just like, that you would maybe love. Okay, mine looked like shit, and this one looks really good. So yeah, that's all I need to tell. I have this since I was 9 or 10 years old, and of course my version was impossible to play. And yeah, you might wonder, I showed you an American pressing on another label than Gull Records of Rock-A-Roller, the first Judas Priest album, and I told you that I'm so happy that I have at least a kind of original, but still I was not happy enough. So here it is, Gull Records. I love that album so much, but you know that. And yeah, I won't get tired for the rest of my life to tell you that in Brazil there is a CD reissue available since 2 or 3 weeks with my liner notes inside from this iconic album. These are things I'm more proud of than some of the albums I played around. So yeah, I bought that because it looked fun on Discogs. Wango Tango, which is just a double LP with Red and more. That's pretty cool. Annihilator, Death Angel. It's a rude mix of all kinds of heavy metal. That's the double album. Yeah, you don't need that thing, but you might have fun with a guitar that you can build by yourself. It's still in there. It's pretty funny. I think it's a cool idea. It's a party album, I would say. You can put that on when there are heavy metal people around in your house and you want some fun. This makes sense. Choir Boys, Dokken, Joe Walsh, okay, that makes not much sense here. Ted Nugent, Stranglehold on there. Yeah, then I have a repress of this Hawkwind album, which was my first, the Xenon Codex, and I have the original vinyl without the cover. I had this cover because I remember it, and I wanted to have it back, and so I bought it. It was not that cheap, unfortunately, but I simply needed it. The vinyl on Roadrunner Records, it's GWR in Great Britain. You remember that promoter had that label. Yeah, and this cover was just absolutely awesome. I love that artwork. Yeah, you see why I wanted to have the original back. The repress is not offering all that cool stuff. I think it was on Back on Black, and Back on Black or this label, sometimes they are great and sometimes they are just okay, and sometimes it's not that good. Their quality really varies, I think is the correct word. Oh, I think we make it soon here to all new stuff. Isn't that great? Yeah, this was... I just found out that I have every Supertramp album except of this, so I bought it. No need to talk about that too much. It was not as expensive as I thought. Same with the Tres Hombres with the big nice price sticker on that from the ZZ Top. It's my favorite ZZ Top album. Yeah, 20 euros or so. But it looks mint, so. But you need to have that. This groove alone is so unbelievable. And I bought this without knowing what it is. It's a late 80s, I think, self-produced album by this band, Dark Haze. 5 years. It's unplayed, and it was cheap, so I bought it. I haven't heard it yet. Okay, the last one is I just killed the cover, unfortunately, with a Diabolic Might album. It's your fault because they have this these bags where you put the albums in. There is this where you fold it, and there is this klebrige. I can't say that in English, but this was on here from the S-Fix LP, and I scratched my Dick and Alex album. Yeah, I didn't know that they have two. I showed you the Schweine in Weißen Westen album before, but this was the first one. I haven't listened to it yet. This arrived also yesterday or 2 days ago, but it's also with printed inner sleeve, and I'm pretty sure I like it as much as the second one. Yeah, this of course is Alex Pace. You know him from maybe if you're German, from Zeltinger band, but also from Breslau with Jutta Reinhold. So yeah, that's Dick and Alex. So I don't think we don't need any. This beers. We don't need some more blind date here today. I'm pretty sure this video started with a few hundred viewers, and now it's you two here, I guess. No, I don't buy this beer. It makes not much sense. I drank more worse beer, but life is too short for beer like that. So thanks for watching. Maybe I will do another one like this. But I still have some orders open, but not as much as you see here. That's a lot for just a few days. So yeah, see you next time.